my dear students. In our previous class, we learned part 1 and part 2 of acids and bases. About acids and bases only we learned. In this section, part 3 regarding salt, we are going to study. In salt, there are 5 types of the salts preparation and their uses they have given. So, 5 types of the salts and uses among 5 types. One of the salts they may ask in the exam. Either the preparation or the uses they may ask. That's why you have to learn with interest so that it is very easy to learn. What you have to do is you take the notebook and make it divide the sheet into 2. That means make a line in between the notebook so that you can write on one side preparation and on the other side you can write the uses. So I have done the same thing here. So these are the portions which I have written. Afterwards here continuation I can't do, that's why I have written here. So you can write it in a sheet and you can practice it. 5 types of salt, one they will give surely in the exam. So let us see which are the salts preparation. So the first one is the sodium hydroxide, preparation of the sodium hydroxide, preparation of a bleaching powder, preparation of the baking soda, washing soda and plaster of Paris. So let us see one by one. The first one is preparation of sodium hydroxide. Everywhere in the preparation, the first point you have to remember is the formula. For example, sodium hydroxide. The formula of the sodium hydroxide or the chemical name of sodium hydroxide is NaOH. And the chemical name of the bleaching powder CaOCl2. So, this is the bleaching powder is the chemical name and the formula you have to remember that one. So, CaOCl2, here NaHCO3, like that you have to remember each and every salt's formula. So, that is the first thing you have to learn here. All the salt's formula you have to learn. They may ask that question which is very important. So, let us see the preparation. Very easy preparation and the important preparation too. Here, you will get the diagram. Along with the diagram, you have to write the preparations. So, in the preparation of the sodium hydroxide, the raw material used here is sodium chloride. So, you have to remember, from the sodium chloride, they are preparing sodium hydroxide. From the sodium chloride, they are preparing sodium hydroxide. So, on passing electric current to the sodium chloride, which is dissolved in water. See, they have added water to the sodium chloride and taken in the beaker and then pass the electric current on that. So, if we pass the electric current, it decomposes to give sodium hydroxide. So, here there are 3 products we get in chloroalkali process. See, the preparation of sodium hydroxide is also called as chloroalkali process. Right? The procedure of chloroalkali process, they may ask, very important. The other name for this reaction is chloroalkali process. So, in chloroalkali process, 2 raw materials you are taking. One is the sodium chloride, another one is the water. That means sodium chloride dissolved in water, and to this they are passing the electric current. On passing the electric current to the sodium chloride, which is dissolved in water, we get sodium hydroxide. So this is the preparation. So this preparation or this method is also known as chloroalkali process. Why it is called as a chloroalkali process? It is called chloroalkali process because in this process we get chlorine as well as sodium hydroxide, which is a alkali. This sodium hydroxide is able to dissolve in water. So alkali is nothing but the dissolved base. So it is a strong base dissolved in water. That's why it is called alkali. Sodium hydroxide is called as alkali. So here we get alkali, that is sodium hydroxide. We also get chlorine in this method. That's why we call the method of preparation of sodium hydroxide as chloroalkali process. They may ask in the exam that question. So and also another important question they ask is so which are the products we get from chloroalkali process? There are 3 products we get. One is the sodium hydroxide, another one is chlorine, another one is hydrogen. All the 3 products are very useful in different places they use. That's why, so these 3 products which are most important, you have to remember here. And the reaction also you have to remember. Reaction if you write, you will fetch marks. Along with the diagram if you write. So chloroalkali process is also known as the method of preparation of sodium hydroxide, or the method of preparation of sodium hydroxide is also known as chloroalkali process, and the product here we get are sodium hydroxide, chlorine and hydrogen. So these are the products we get. So and also one more important point here is where do we collect? So here we collect chlorine at the anode, that you have to remember. We collect chlorine at the anode and also hydrogen at the cathode. And where do we get sodium hydroxide? Even sodium hydroxide also we get at the cathode, you see here. So here we get, in the diagram you can see sodium hydroxide, here we get, so here hydrogen, here chlorine, that means chlorine at the anode, and at the cathode hydrogen as well as sodium hydroxide we get. So where do we get? What the process is called as? What is the reaction? Which are the products? What is the raw material used? Like that type of the questions they ask, so you can learn it very easily. This is the method of preparation of sodium hydroxide or the chloroalkali process. Along with the diagram you learn. Now let us come to know about the washing. Let us come to know about the uses of sodium hydroxide. So where do we use sodium hydroxide? So they have given in the diagram, below the diagram they have given this, or beside the diagram they have given degreasing metals. It is used in degreasing metals in the preparation of soaps and detergents. In the preparation of soaps and detergents, the raw material, the main raw material used is sodium hydroxide. So in the preparation of soaps and detergents, sodium hydroxide is used, and also in artificial fiber sodium hydroxide is used. So you have to remember these uses, the uses of sodium hydroxide. So the method of preparation, then the reaction, the products, which are the product, which is the raw material, what is the process called as, and also uses you have to remember. So I have explained over here. Then come to the second one, the second salt. Here the preparation is bleaching powder. The formula of the bleaching powder they will ask. Sometimes in the previous paper they have asked the formula of the bleaching powder. So that is CaOCl2, calcium oxychloride. It is called as calcium oxychloride. Then how they are going to prepare this calcium oxychloride or the bleaching powder? So we get here chlorine. In this preparation we get chlorine, no? So that chlorine they may use, or they may prepare the chlorine and use the some other prepared chlorine. But here they will use the chlorine. What they will do here is, on passing the chlorine to the calcium hydroxide. Calcium hydroxide is nothing but dry slaked lime. Dry slaked lime. So on passing chlorine to the dry slaked lime, we get bleaching powder. Along with the bleaching powder, we have water is also releasing. So this is the method of preparation of bleaching powder, very easy. On passing chlorine to the dry slaked lime or calcium hydroxide. Passing chlorine to the calcium hydroxide, we will get bleaching powder. The formula of the bleaching powder is calcium oxychloride. Very easy the preparation, and you have to remember the reaction here. The main raw material here are calcium hydroxide or dry slaked lime, which is also called as dry slaked lime. They may ask the formula of the dry slaked lime. What is the formula of dry slaked lime? Or calcium hydroxide, CaOH twice. They may give under the name they may ask. So under uses of bleaching powder, where they will use this bleaching powder. So here I have written the uses of bleaching powder. So to bleach the cotton and the lining in the clothing industries. So they will manufacture the cloth now. There, to bleach the cotton and the lining, they use this bleaching powder. Or in the paper industries, to bleach the wood pulp. To bleach the wood pulp, they will use this bleaching powder. Then to bleach the washed clothes, bleach the washed clothes, they will use bleaching powder. And also to make the drinking water free from germs. You know that in the rainy season, tap water, if you turn on to the tap water, you will get some sort of the smell. So that is bleaching smell. Why they will add bleaching powder during the rainy season means, in the rainy seasons other water will flow under they'll collect the water which is having more germs. That's why to kill the germs they will add bleaching powder. So that is also one of the use. So to kill the germs in the water they will use bleaching powder. This is regarding bleaching powder. Till now you have learned two types of salts and their uses. Let us pass on to the third one, that is called as baking soda. The preparation of baking soda you have to learn here. So the formula of the baking soda is NaHCO3. You have to remember NaHCO3. Baking soda is different from washing soda. So NaOHCO3, that is baking soda, the main raw material here they use is sodium chloride. Sodium chloride is the raw materials, and also some other raw materials they use, which are the raw materials of water, carbon dioxide and ammonia. So these are they mix. All these mixtures they will take, they mix, and on heating they will get this sodium hydrogen carbonate. It is also called as the baking soda is also called as sodium hydrogen carbonate. So here NaHCO3 we get. So by mixing all these raw materials, what they have given the raw materials, sodium chloride, water, carbon dioxide and ammonia. So on the mixture of all these content we will get baking soda. So now we got baking soda. So take in the 2 jars. So here I will write, take in the 2 jars what? Baking soda. In both the jars what you are doing? You are taking the baking soda. So here in one jar you start heating. In one jar you start heating. To the another jar you add water. You add water. So here on heating you will get calcium carbonate. What you will get? Calcium carbonate. So it loses the hydrogen here and becomes NaHCO3 becomes a Na2CO3, sorry, Na2CO3, sodium carbonate, not the calcium carbonate, sorry, sodium carbonate you will get. Sodium hydrogen carbonate becomes sodium carbonate on heating, okay. So to this sodium carbonate, if we add water, we will get washing soda. So baking soda is different from washing soda. See here, baking soda formula NaHCO3. On heating, we will get Na2CO3. To this Na2CO3, if we add water, we will get Na2CO3 10H2O, which is called as washing soda. So this is washing soda, this is baking soda. So we get washing soda from baking soda. So here are the two reactions, very important reaction. What will happen when you heat baking soda? When we heat baking soda, it becomes sodium carbonate. That means that we get washing soda. You can also write you get a washing soda. What will happen when you add water to the sodium carbonate? Here the second reaction. So see here, to the baking powder. Here I told no, I have taken baking powder to the both. So one is I am heating. Another reaction, I am adding water to this or mix it with the water. We will get sodium sulfur acids. That is sodium sulfur acid is nothing but sodium carbonate we get. So this is the reactions involved in the baking soda. So once again I tell, don't get confused. The raw material here used to prepare the baking soda are sodium chloride, water, carbon dioxide and ammonia. Mixing all these ingredients we get baking soda. Take baking soda in 2 beakers. One start heating, another one mix it with the water. So if we heat this baking soda, we will get washing soda or the sodium carbonate we can tell. And if you mix it with the water, we will get the sodium sulfur acids we will get. So these are the two reactions important, and this is the reaction about the preparation. So what will happen if we add water? These two reactions. The first reaction is regarding the preparation of baking soda. So now come to the uses of baking soda. You know that to neutralize the acid, we use baking soda to neutralize acid. So the first most important uses. And also in bakery they use this baking soda instead of, they can also use yeast, but instead of yeast they may use baking soda to make the bread or cake fluffy and spongy. So to make the bread and cake soft, they'll add this baking soda because it releases carbon dioxide and makes the bread or the cake fluffy. Then come to the next one. It is used in fire extinguisher because it releases carbon dioxide. We know that carbon dioxide is used to extinguish the fire. That's why it is used in fire extinguisher. What? Baking soda. So this is the preparation of baking soda. What will happen on heating or when it mixed with the water, and also the uses of baking soda. So till now you learnt about sodium hydroxide preparation and uses, bleaching powder preparation and uses, and baking soda preparation and uses. Now let us pass on to the next one, washing soda. Already we came to know that on heating baking soda we will get washing soda. On heating baking soda we get washing soda, and the formula here is Na2CO3 10H2O. What does this 10H2O indicate? Means one formula of Na2CO3 contains 10 molecules of water. Suppose for 2 Na2CO3 means 20 H2O you have to write. So one formula of Na2CO3 contains 10 molecules of water. So it is called as a this washing soda is called as a water of it is having the property of water of crystallization. What is water of crystallization? Let us see with the experiment, a simple experiment. See here, I will take one test tube. I will add some copper sulfate. I will add some copper sulfate which is blue in color. I start heating. The blue color. What will happen when we heat? Water content which is present in the copper sulfate crystals will get evaporate. The water content will start evaporating and it becomes what? Dry. It becomes dry. So the dry copper sulfate turns from blue to white color. So on heating it loses the water molecules and changes the color also. What will happen to this dry white colored copper sulfate if we add water? Add water to this after getting cool. Add water to this. What will happen? Again it retains this color again because it got the water molecule. That's why it retains the blue color again. So here it gets a blue color again. So in the presence of the water, it shows its color. In the absence of water, it loses its color, copper sulfate. That is called water of crystallization and recrystallization. So here the same property is there in washing soda, which is the most important property of washing soda and copper sulfate or gypsum also. So if they ask water of crystallization, you have to write. So here give examples for the substances which are having the property of water of crystallization. If they ask, you have to give three important things, that is washing soda, then copper sulfate, then gypsum. You have to give the examples for water of crystallization. So here I have written washing soda, that is the formula. See here, washing soda which is having, this is very important because they will ask how many molecules of water are there in washing soda, in copper sulfate and in gypsum. The gypsum formula is calcium sulfate here dihydrate. 2 is there, no? 2H2O. That's why it is called dihydrate. It is called as dihydrate. So gypsum, this is called as gypsum. Gypsum is having 2 molecules of water. Copper is having 5 molecules. This is very important that you have to remember how many molecules of water are there in these three. One is washing soda, 10 molecules of water, copper sulfate, 5 molecules of water, gypsum, 2 molecules of water is there. Very important, and they ask the formula also. To get confused, they may give in the multiple choice also. So that you remember. So this is called water of crystallization regarding washing soda or pertaining to copper sulfate. And let us come to know about the uses of washing soda, where it is going, where they are going to use this. So they are used in the glass industries, soap industries, or in the paper industries. In the manufacture they use, and also in the manufacture of borax. They use in the manufacture of borax. Then also to remove the permanent hardness of water. So it removes, this washing soda removes the permanent hardness of water, it seems, so that it is used to remove the permanent hardness of water. These are the uses of what? These are the uses of washing soda. Now you understood the preparation of washing soda, the formula of the washing soda, and the property of water of crystallization. So these are the points you have to remember in washing soda. And the last preparation of the acids in this textbook is a plaster of Paris, which is called as POP. Plaster of Paris, and the formula here, all the formulas you have to remember. Plaster of Paris is different from gypsum. See, you have to remember See, gypsum. Gypsum is CaSO4, calcium sulfate, 2H2O. That means 2 molecules of water is there. So here plaster of Paris they have given, preparation of plaster of Paris, POP. That formula is CaSO4 half H2O. What is this half H2O? Let us see. So this is called calcium sulfate dihydrate. Di means 2 molecules of water is there. But in the plaster of Paris, calcium sulfate hemihydrate. Hemi means half. Hemihydrate, that means 1 calcium sulfate formula contains half of the molecules of water. So how does 1 molecule of water, 2 calcium sulfate formula? The formula, 2 formulas of the calcium sulfate contains 1 molecules of water, like that it is. So the plaster of Paris formula you have to remember. Don't get confused the formula of the calcium, gypsum with the plaster of Paris, because plaster of Paris will be prepared from the gypsum. Plaster of Paris will be prepared from the gypsum. I will write here. They have taken the gypsum which is having, see here, see, I will rub and write, see. Okay, preparation I will rub and write. See here, this is CaSO4 2H2O. This is gypsum. What they will do? They will heat this. On heating gypsum, it loses 1.5 molecules of water and gives what it gives? CaSO4 half H2O. This is called POP, plaster of Paris. So this is the method of preparation of plaster of Paris from gypsum. Don't get confused with the formula of the gypsum and plaster of Paris. So on heating gypsum, and the most important point here you have to remember is at what temperature it is you have to heat. At 373 Kelvin, that is most important you have to. At 373 Kelvin you have to heat the gypsum, you will get POP, that means plaster of Paris. So the reaction also you have to write. This is called dihydrate, calcium sulfate dihydrate. This is called as a calcium sulfate hemihydrate. The name of the chemical name of this plaster of Paris is calcium sulfate hemihydrate. And come to the users. So plaster of Paris is used by the doctors. So to plaster the patient which is having who is having the fractured bone. See, if I am having the fractured bone, so for the support of that fractured bone, they will use this plaster of Paris. You might have seen in the hospital, or the person, patients. You might have seen in the patient. Then plaster of Paris is used in making toys and also for the decoration purpose. So decoration purpose, toys, and also by the doctors it is used to repair the fractured bones, to give support to the fractured bones they use. So till now you learned 5 preparation of salts and also their uses. So this is the part 3. You have learned part 3, and this is the in this way I am going to conclude acid, bases and salts. You will get 6 to 7 marks definitely if you learn thoroughly, but you may find it difficult to write the to learn the reactions. But if you practice 2 to 3 times, you will get easily. But in previous classes, if you have learned the name of the these compounds, if you have learned, then it will be easy for you to write the reactions. Practice the reaction so that, and also here in between the preparation also you will get the reactions. If you practice, definitely you will get the marks. So keep watching, subscribe the channel and continue learning. Don't forget to learn continuously. If you skip learning, what will happen if you skip learning? You will forget everything. Try to remember what you have learned so that it will be easy for you to remember and write in the exam. So keep watching the videos and touching. Just a minute. So keep watching and learn something from these videos. Not only my channel, various channels are there, you can see there also and learn. The most important thing is you have to learn and score good marks. All the best for your exams. And also in Kannada medium also I have done all the lessons. So if you know Kannada medium students, you can tell them to subscribe the channel, or you can see, you can click Roopa TP in the YouTube. You will get all my lessons. So along with the blueprint and some questions, question answers, or some notes, you can see there. So I will continue these lessons. So keep watching and learn better.